Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and hope you have absolutely wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this super cool card with no cutting dies. If you like it, I really hope you'll feel inspired and craft along with me. For my card, I'm going to use one of the best collections ever from Relatively Thoughtful, called Art Deco 1920's. It is my favorite collection so far, with all those beautiful designs and patterns. And this collection is perfect for so many different occasions, and especially you can use it for masculine cut with all those greens and blues. If you're interested in getting that collection, I left the link in the description down below. If you get the printed version, to be honest, the quality is phenomenal. But you can also get the digital version and print as many pages as you want and how many times you want. So this is always a bonus when you get a digital copy. I also used the collection and I printed some of the elements to fussy cut. I couldn't resist because all those ladies here are simply beautiful. The fashion for Art Deco style was absolutely fantastic. I really like it, so I thought it would be a good idea to add one of those ladies on today's card. I'm going to use my cutting mat and 300 GSM white multi-purpose card. Using Made to Surprise lightweight circle cutter, I'm going to create a card base. As you can see, in this case, it's going to be a circle. I don't really have circle nesting dies that big, so I thought that would be the way to go. If you don't have a nesting die, that would be the way. If you want to get this circle cutter, I left all the names and some of the links in the description down below. So this is done. As you can see, the circle is pretty big. Now I'm going to cut the same circle, but to be honest, we don't really need the whole circle. All we need is literally half of it. So you don't have to cut along the whole circle, and we can use the leftover for the next element. So this way you actually save some card. When this is ready, it's going to cover our white card beautifully, and using gold mirror cut, I'm going to create a slightly smaller circle because Art Deco style goes so well with some blacks and golds. And again, I'm going to use my scissors to cut that circle. As you can see, we don't really need the whole circle because later on with that white, I'm going to cut it in half. Using that beautiful design paper, I'm going to create even smaller circle, and that will be our first background panel. As you can see, I'm doing it at the very bottom of the design paper, so I've got lots of leftover for extra elements. Now, we need to create a slightly smaller circle for the middle of the card. I really like Art Deco style because it is all about symmetry and patterns. So now I'm going to create smaller circle with that black card, and again I'm going to use that stunning gold mirror card and create slightly smaller circle. I think I'm just repeating myself over and over again, but trust me, it really makes sense when you put all those elements together. And now using that absolutely stunning, very light design paper here, I'm going to create even smaller circle, and this way we're going to have beautiful contrast on a card. So that's exactly what you look for if you want to create a card in Art Deco style. So that's exactly how it's going to work. Now we're going to create a panel for the focal element, and measuring from the very bottom, I'm going to do 5 3/4, and it's always a good idea to actually measure it 3 times, make the dots and then join them. This way you're going to make sure that the line is completely straight. So that's 5 3/4, and now I'm going to measure 4 inches, and again I'm going to measure it 2 more times, so I got 3 dots. Now I can use those, and from the very bottom, and I'm going to actually use 1 inch from each side. So this way we're going to have a 4-sided shape, wider at the top. And this shape is actually very common when it comes to Art Deco style. So if you don't have any nesting dies for Art Deco style, that is the way to go. And I really hope you'll feel inspired after watching this video. When this is ready, now I'm going to measure 4 3/4 all the way, And I'm going to create a line measuring 5 inches and 1/4. But to be honest, you can adjust the size. It doesn't really matter. You can make it either smaller or bigger. All I wanted, the first panel has to be slightly higher and narrower. The other one has to be shorter and wider. So this is the way to go. And this time I'm going to measure 1 and 1/4 from each side to have that 4-sided shape. Super quick and easy. And as I told you, I don't have any nesting dies in Art Deco style, so I'm going to use my ruler and a craft knife, which is going to help me to cut those straight lines. And yes, I encourage you to do it, but please be careful whenever you use a craft knife. And this way, we're going to have the base for our focal element. Now it is time to cut it with a ruler. As you can see, I'm trying not to put my fingers in the way, and this is very crucial because you don't want to cut yourself. So we've got the base for the smaller element, and now the front panel. Super beautiful when you put all those elements together. Now, I thought I really like it, but we have to make sure that the panels that will go on top will be slightly smaller. And I'm going to show you a trick how to do it really quickly and effectively if you don't have the nesting dies. So I'm going to turn over my design paper, and using that element first, I'm going to trace it over. Super quick and easy. And now using my ruler, I'm going to add some lines inside, about 2 or 3 millimeters inside. As you can see, I'm not even measuring it. I'm just putting the lines, and I'm going to cut the inside lines with my craft knife. Super quick and easy, right? So you don't need any nesting dies for this card. If you do feel inspired with that style, please let me know in the comments down below. I really like this style, as you probably know, so I thought let's create something even if you don't have dies, because you can always create shaped cards. Now with the smaller element here, I'm going to actually use the color we created earlier. Here, the top was a little bit wonky, but it's always a way to fix it straight away. So I've got very nice thin black border, and now using that lighter paper, I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to trace my black panel and also create those smaller lines inside. Super quick and easy. So if you create any card with Art Deco style or shape, I really want to see it. So please leave the link in the description, in the comments down below. And again, this is so quick and beautiful. If you like Art Deco style, or maybe you like some geometry, symmetry, or shapes, this card is for you. To be honest, altogether, it took me 40 minutes to cut and prepare all those elements, so it's not that very long time. Now using my eraser, I'm getting rid of all the pencil marks I made on the black card. I just don't want them to be visible on my project. Now it is time to start putting the elements together, and I'm going to start with the design paper to put on black panels. Super quick and easy. But to make your card even more special, you can always add a little bit of dimension, and I encourage you to do so. So I'm going to put those circles together first, and we have to make sure that they are actually on the same level, and you will see that later on. And I'm going to use my Guillotine from Crafter's Companion because it can handle 3 or 4 pieces of card all together. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. As you can see, I put those smaller circles together, and now it is time to do the same with the blue, gold and black. What do you think about this color combo for a card? Do you think it would be great for a masculine card as well? Because this one is for a very special lady. So as you can see, I only put the glue where the papers go, and it is time to cut along the line. Use your trimmer or guillotine. Now when this is ready, I'm going to actually measure with my biggest white circle. It was still too much, so I'm going to get rid of some of the paper underneath. And again, when this is ready, as you can see, I cut both the white card and the design we created. I wasn't really happy with how it turned out, so I'm going to cut it again. But first, I'm going to create that pencil mark, and this way I've got the front and the back panel for the card. And this is crucial because we want to write a message inside the card. Now I'm going to put that smaller circle, and using my pencil I'm going to create the line on the back. I wasn't really happy with the placement, so you can always adjust it. Don't worry if it doesn't look good for the first time, you can always fix it straight away. So when this is ready, I'm going to use my Guillotine again from Crafter's Companion, because it really gets all that cut and you have really beautiful straight lines. So now this is ready and we can start assembling all those panels together. I'm going to start with the circles first. I think this is crucial because we want to add that dimension with the front panels. And now I'm going to put it on the front of a card we created with that white 300 GSM white multi-purpose card. I'm going to use my scoring board to create a top flap for the back panel. Super quick and easy, and this way your card will stand proudly on a flat surface. So it's not only a shaped card, but also a stopper. If you haven't seen my other Art Deco style cards, I will leave the links to the videos at the very end of this one, so yes, you can check them out. So now you can see how to put the card together, and I'm going to add a little bit more dimension, because I thought, why not? We really want this card to stand proudly and make sure that the recipient really likes it. So it's always a good idea to put few drops of liquid glue and then put some tape, peel it off with your pokey tool and add a few more drops of liquid glue again. This way your card will be professionally finished and the panels will be adhered forever. So that's exactly what you want. When this is ready, you have to eyeball it where the middle point is. And now it is time to put those panels together. I'm only putting the glue where the circles are. You don't need even more glue. So this is ready, and now it is time to create that focal element with a lady. So I'm going to use my scissors and fussy cut her. Super quick and easy, right? And at this point I thought I really like it, but with her hand, the left hand, she actually has that part where we can see the background. So I'm going to use my craft knife again, and using my cutting mat underneath, I'm going to get rid of it. So this way we can actually see the design paper through the lady. And that's what I really like about any elements I put on my card. Do you do the same? Please let me know in the comments down below. I also wonder, how many times have you created a card with some beautiful patterns? If you have your favorite collection, please let me know in the comments down below. It is time for a sentiment. This one is in Polish and it is for birthday. It's time to put the lady here, and we need some gems because it is Art Deco style card, so we definitely need some gold just to enhance the style on the card. As you can see, I put 3 gems on the sides, also on the lighter panel and then in the corners. There is plenty of space to write your message inside. The card stands proudly on a flat surface and it's ready for the recipient. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Have a wonderful day and see you in my next video. Bye for now!